In this video, we'll look at the Earn platform on Kraken. I'm actually in Kraken Pro, so if you go to the top right, press the drop down here, Kraken Pro, and then on the left-hand side, I'm in the Earn platform. There's three ways to earn on Kraken. There's staking, there's stablecoin rewards, and then there's DeFi yields as well. Firstly, we'll look at staking, which is where if you own a proof of stake asset and they're listed here, you can stake it natively on its blockchain. So it's not DeFi, it's not lending or anything else. You're taking the asset of the blockchain and you're natively staking it on there. You earn yield because the blockchain will create new coins with each block. And the amount of new coins that are created, that is paid out to stakers. So if you're getting yield from new token creation, you're not actually earning anything extra, right? Because if a blockchain creates new tokens, let's say 5% per year, then it's diluting the supply by 5% a year. If you get 5% a year, then you've not been diluted if you're staking. If you're not staking, then you've been diluted by the amount of new token creation. So I wouldn't think of this as earning extra. I would just think of it as not getting diluted by that amount. Now, some chains as well have enough activity where they pay staking rewards from generated fees. So every transaction that goes through on a blockchain will have a fee. So people pay fees for it. And if people are paying enough in fees, then the blockchain is essentially making a profit because new money is coming in to buy the tokens. Now, some of that money can come in and be used to burn token supply, which reduces token supply, which is a good thing because the same value divided by fewer tokens means the price goes up. But some of those fees may be used to actually pay staking rewards as well, which can be a real yield on top. So this yield that you see here, don't just go for coins that have a very high yield. If they have a very high yield, it probably means that they're creating those tokens fresh. So you're not actually earning a real yield. You'll have to do your research there. But if you do have a token that can be staked, simply go and choose how you want to stake. So there's two main ways. The first is flexible and the other one is bonded. Flexible means that you can stake and unstake immediately. So you can stake for 5 days. If you want to sell the asset and you're in flexible staking, you can just unstake it immediately and go and sell the asset. If you choose bonded, then there will be an unstaking period that you have to wait for. Most of these assets on the blockchain themselves will have unstaking periods. And so you have to wait until the asset actually gets unstaked before you can then trade it in your account. You get paid a higher yield for the most part when you bond. You can see with Polkadot here, the yield is almost double. But you have to wait 28 days for the bonding period. So it's up to you whether you want to take higher yield and wait or take a little bit lower yield and have the flexibility of being able to unstake and sell immediately. If you have an asset that can be staked and you want to stake it, just go to the right-hand side, click stake. So we'll do that with Polkadot here. And then it says, what do you want to do, flexible or bonded? You can choose the amount that you stake and you can see what's going to happen after you actually go ahead and stake. Now I've chosen bonded here. So the bonding time is instant, but the unbonding time is 28 days. If I choose flexible, you can see it's instant and instant. So you can just go ahead and stake immediately. That's going to start earning rewards. The yield that you can see here, this is a yearly figure. So if you had the asset staked for a year, you would be earning this amount on a yearly basis in extra tokens. And the tokens come in the same token that you're staking. There's also an auto earn feature within Kraken Earn. You can get to that via the top right-hand corner here, or on the right-hand side, if you're looking at certain assets, you can turn on auto earn as well if it's available. What you can do here is click this and you can just toggle it on. Now this will be flexible staking. So auto earn, if you have an asset in your account that can be staked, it's going to just switch that automatically each day into flexible staking for you. So that's just going to be an easy way. If you have assets floating around in your account and coming in and out, then you can easily just put that in there and then you can earn the rewards on any of these assets, but that will be flexible and not bonded. Kraken also pay native yield on a US dollar stablecoin called USDG. I believe Kraken are one of the stakeholders within USDG, so they're one of the platforms that have helped create this stablecoin. This isn't actually crypto at all. This is literally just dollars in a money market fund. So the way that stablecoins work is that for every dollar that you give the stablecoin, that dollar is put in a money market fund full of treasury bills. So the cash that you've given the stablecoin is invested in what's known as cash-like or near-cash instruments. Very, very short-dated debt that acts like cash, but the government pays a yield on that. That may be high at some points, it may be low at some points. The yield that you're getting is going to be dependent on what the US government is paying on those treasury bills at the time. The way that you toggle this on is going to the top right, go to auto earn here, and then you can see staking and USDG rewards. So you can toggle this on, and if you have USDG in your account, it will be earning the pass-through yield that USDG is getting from the US government and their treasury bill yield, whatever it is at the time. I believe this is not available in every region. If it's not available for you, you won't be able to use it. But you can toggle this on, and then from there, all you have to do is just have USDG in your account somewhere. So what you have to do is go ahead and buy USDG. If you go to trade, then up at the top, you can search for USDG. And you can see the trading pairs here. So if you've got euros or dollars, you can switch it into USDG, and then you earn whatever the yield pass-through is. The other way that Kraken Earn provides some yields is through using some DeFi protocols. You can do this with Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin isn't a staking asset, so you can't earn any staking rewards from it. But there are many DeFi protocols that will take your Bitcoin and pay you some rewards for that Bitcoin for various reasons. I can't go into all of that right now, but there are some platforms that will pay either their native token to you for putting Bitcoin on there, or there may be some other rewards from people that are lending and borrowing it or something else. There may be some yield from either lending, borrowing, trading, or some other fee that's paid. And if you basically put your Bitcoin in that DeFi protocol, you can earn some of those fees or yields. This is not staking. It's far more risky because you're using DeFi. So just be aware of that. This is not staking. You can't stake Bitcoin. However, as you can see here, if we see it says that this strategy requires you to commit or bond your funds for a minimum period, or you can stake flexibly. And you can see there are some slight differences in the fees or yields that you get paid. Just be aware that what's happening here is that Bitcoin is probably being wrapped up on a different blockchain, for example, Ethereum or Kraken's chain, which is Inc. And it's used in DeFi protocols in various methods. We can't really get any information about what's happening here. So we don't know what's happening. We don't know the risks. So it's certainly more risky and uncertain than something like staking or just having dollars in a money market fund like USDG. However, if you wanted to do it, choose which one you want to do. You can go ahead and stake if you want. And it's just going to give you the details here. So flexible or bonded, you can see that the payout frequency is once a week. And what's happening here is that you're putting the Bitcoin into this DeFi protocol called Babylon. And notice that the rewards asset is actually the Babylon token. So you're not getting rewards back in Bitcoin, you're getting rewards in this token itself. Now, if you had those tokens in your account, presumably you can go ahead and just trade that out for more Bitcoin or maybe dollars or anything else if you wanted to. So that would get paid into your account. But that is using DeFi protocols. You're using Kraken as a kind of white label to press buttons easily. They're going behind the scenes and using it in DeFi and doing lots of stuff with it. If you're comfortable with that, you can do it. If not, just keep it in your account and not use it. But that's different to staking because you can't use Bitcoin as a proof of stake asset. If you don't have a Kraken account, I'll leave the sign up link below and some deposit and trading bonuses on the other exchanges that I use. Other helpful videos will be down there as well. I'm James, it's MoneyDG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.